Let's see. Hey, everybody. I am adjusting the lights. There, that's better. Hey, Amal in Saudi. Food Forest next door. Rebecca, I have not had a chance to check out your channel. I will, I promise, I will. You know I'm a big fan. And I'm just getting set up here. I am inside. I hope you guys will be okay with that. Good morning, Travis. Good morning, Lisa. I was just thinking about you about 20 minutes ago, wondering if you got to Oregon and if everything was well up there. I am inside my office today because it is, well, 60 degrees is probably balmy for most of you guys, but it's 60 degrees out and it's very wet. And good morning, Jack. Jack says good morning to everyone. And the most interesting thing is Jack just texted me, I think it was this morning. Good morning, Dennis. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I am still here, everyone. Obviously, I am still in my home. My home is still on the market. Because of rain, holidays, and the fires initially, it's been very slow. So now we're into December, so I don't know what's going to happen. I am in a holding pattern. I can't move till we have a buyer. So I'm just sort of in limbo. Oh, good. Mix in Iceland and mix in Latvia. Good morning, Faith. Good morning, Diana, Faithful Flowers. Anyway, I wanted to tell you this cool story. Kind of cool. Jack texted me and I had sent him some of these. Jack, by the way, Rudden, one of our moderators and our resident young meteorologist, is Italian and his people are originally from Sicily. And so when he saw that I had a pepper plant, the Pantelleria, I call it my Pantelleria pepper, chili. When he saw that I had those, he wanted some seeds and I sent him some seeds and I just happened to grab one of the Christmas cards that sit up on my shelf because I make donations to various environmental groups and they will send you some Christmas cards, holiday cards. And so I sent that in to Jack. And he wrote me and said that was one of his father's designs because his father's a graphic designer. Is that cool or what? So the weird thing is he feels like the company stole his design. And I'm sure that happens. You know, everybody steals everything today, steals all of your copyrights and everything. But anyway, good morning, Johnny. Hey, Happy, how you doing? I wanted to start the day as I always start the day with an oil. Today I am, because my house is still for sale and I'm looking for the wonderful buyer that's going to change my life for the better, I am selecting Abundance. Abundance is a blend of Young Living that is very, men or women would love this. It's very rich and woodsy and spicy and gets you thinking about being abundant. Let's see. Elaine Knight, good morning. Oh, no. She says, Elaine says the deer are eating her transplants. Elaine, you're in Tennessee, right? I'm trying to keep everybody straight. Good morning, Daryl. No, Happy still does not have a icon photo. Good morning, Brian. I am drinking. That's my oil. My oil is Abundance. I should look up and see what's in that. I'll do that right now. I like to start the day with an oil just to get grounded. And let's see. Today I chose abundance. Usually I choose something more flowery, but not today. It's cold and wet and let's see, orange and ginger. Yeah, I knew there was ginger in there. Combines oils such as orange and ginger, which were used by ancient cultures to attract prosperity and magnify joy and peace. What could be better today with so much craziness going on every single day? Let's see. What Johnny's a friend, Jack. I'm not sure what he said, but let's see. Let me see. I can't tell you that, Johnny. You'll just have to figure that out for yourself. Alabama, Elaine, that's right. Let's see. Okay. Good morning, Brian. Who, Beth? Wait. No. Come on. Okay, there we go. Good morning, Beth Thurston. I hope everybody tuned in this week. I uploaded 2 videos this week, and one was the permaculture garden that I filmed in Fallbrook, which is in northern San Diego County. And I went down there because of Sausen Fami, and Beth Thurston is someone that follows me. And when I put out that I was going to be in San Diego, she said, I said, if anybody would like to meet me, we'll have a little gathering at Sausen's house. And Beth came from Laguna Niguel or something, or somewhere over there. And we just had a great time going to that permaculture garden. And so I hope everybody will watch that and share it, not only to benefit my channel, but to benefit these ladies they work tirelessly to promote wildlife in their permaculture garden. And they have all these species of birds and endangered dragonflies, you name it. So the video is just a great overview. If you haven't seen it, please watch it. And then, of course, I uploaded this monster workday that Eric and I did. That was on 11/23, though. That's before I went away for Thanksgiving. So got that uploaded. And then what's coming up next? Let's see. Yeah, Elaine is saying about I'll have to deal with deer when I come to Tennessee. And Elaine, a good person to talk to would be Daryl about the deer. Daryl, what are you doing about the deer? We didn't even talk about deer eating your garden when I was there. Good morning, Luis at Green Zebra Gardening. It's good to hear from you. And Luis, as you know, is in Long Beach, and he's part of that great Long Beach food community with this crop swap app, the crop swaps. And there's so much going on down there. I am drinking for the first time in weeks, maybe months, fresh green juice. Denora was here yesterday. I bought the ingredients, and she made that while I was working on the computer. John Haffey, if you're talking about the permaculture, those 2 ladies are amazing. They are right up at the top of the charts. Like Rebecca Posnansky in Louisville, Kentucky, with the new Food Forest Next Door. Don't forget, everybody, to check out Food Forest Next Door. She's got a backyard garden that she's developing in outside of Louisville, Kentucky. Jack says, does he want me to ship me some snow? Not here. No, I really don't. We just don't do well with snow here. We don't do it well with rain here, much less snow. Thank you, Daryl. Gina. Hey, Gina Maynard. Good morning. Oh, that's nice. She's been following you, Louise. Haffy's got snow. Thank you, Beth. Thank you for the book. That was really sweet. It's right on my bedside table, and I have been reading it here and there. Wow. What plants did you pick up, Dennis? Dennis, do you still have that tree that you got for me? Oh, I forgot what it was. Dennis bought a tree for me at a plant sale uh, when I was thinking that, I'd be able to more easily find a garden and move my plants there. That hasn't happened yet. I'm looking, the word is out. Teophane, hey, how you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while. It is a beautiful state in parts. When you drive by a big swath of clear-cut old growth trees, it gets a little, depressing. But it is beautiful, and I'm not moving there, like completely moving there, but what I'm hoping to do is buy a piece of property there, because I can't buy anything here. It's too expensive. So, and then split my time. I have an apartment here, and then I'm hoping to have a place. Anyway, that's the plan. Good morning, Lisa Lee. Lisa Lee, we are sharing. I am sharing abundance today, which is orange and ginger, which ancient cultures talked about that they used to bring prosperity, joy, and peace. So I can't think of anything that is more on my mind today than joy and peace. Mix, let's see. Mix is talking about a natural deer repellent, Elaine. Now, when I was down at OAG's place the first time, he showed me these sacks of hair. I believe it was hair. I think it was human hair, bags of human hair, I think, that he hung from the ends of rows in his, and I hope he tuned, well, it's Sunday morning. He probably won't tune in. But that he talked about that repelling deer. I don't know how you get a bag of hair, but I guess you just collect your haircuts over time. Yeah, we need this to dry up a little bit, Luis. I can't sell a house with, people are people are so fair weather here. They don't shop for a house if it's raining. Let's see. They also don't like. Wait, Mix, did you change your name? Something tells me you changed your name. I don't remember the Hoffmanis before. Anyway, oh, Haffy just subbed to you, Rebecca. Isn't that nice? Let's see. Anybody else? And barbershops will give you hair. Oh, I'm sure that's probably true. Have you ever used hair to repel deer, Daryl? And you're wide open to the woods there. You must have all kinds of deer eating up your garden, and you don't have a fence around it. So what do you, I can't believe we didn't talk about this. Let me know. Okay, I wanted to tell you that, as you will see in a video this week, I went into, yesterday it was raining, and Eric did come. He came yesterday. He came Friday because it was supposed to rain yesterday. And he got here and it started raining at lunchtime. And he had a cold, so he didn't stay all day. But I thought, well, let me have him paint this table in the garage, paint the legs to a table of mine that's going to my new apartment. And so when I opened the garage door and I was kind of, moving things around, I thought, well, I really need to start getting a few things out of here. And I put a few things in my car to move to my new place, just small things I can hand carry. And I found the bag of Luffa. Did everyone watch that Luffa video? I don't think everybody watched that. Not a lot of people watched that video. But I was growing Luffa for my last time here. I grew Luffa right by my front door. And it grew all the way up in the pine tree. It was the coolest thing ever. And I had dreamed of doing that, literally dreamed of doing that for years, to see if it would work. because the sun goes right that way. And it did work. It's just that I had to take the vines down prematurely. And I thought, oh my gosh, these green loofah are not finished. I'm not going to get those exoskeletons for sponges and to use as sponges. They're not sponges. Luffa is not a sponge. A sponge is an animal in the ocean. We call them sponges because they serve the same purpose. At any rate, when I opened the garage door and I looked in there, you're going to see this in the video, but they were in a bag. And of course they were green, so they were full of moisture. And what happens when you put vegetables in a bag that are full of moisture and you forget about them for 6 weeks? Was it longer than that? Yeah, they're covered in mold. They look like little sheep, little brown sheep. They had fur. It wasn't just like gray powder. No, it was fur. So I thought, oh my gosh, you are kidding me, Kaye. You have got to be kidding me. You try so hard and then you completely forget about stuff and it's ruined. And I was not going to be deterred. And so I washed them. I peeled them and washed them very carefully. Oh, but that's good, Rebecca. You got to eat them. They're good for you. I thought about it, Luis. No, I didn't. We're still talking about deer stuff. I know. Mold sheep. Anyway, when you see it, you'll see it in the video. But I just wanted to show you one because I washed them and soaked them. First, I used a diluted bleach spray. That's what I used in the video. That did not do much because they had black spots all over them. And I thought, there's a product called Oxo-Bright. It's environmentally, I buy it in my environmentally okay store. And so it's, I'm not sure what's in it, to tell you the truth. But I sprinkled them all with this and I pushed them down into a sink full of water and I weighted it with a pan of water on top of it to keep them down because they'll float. The loofah will just float to the top and then half of it won't be in the water. And so I did that and I soaked them all night. And here is one example. Nice, huh? You still see there's a little bit of spots here, but this is a nice medium one. And you just tap it and hundreds of seeds have already come out, but there's probably, I would say, I can see dozens of seeds in there. And you just hit it hard and they start coming out, but they'll be everywhere. They'll be all over the floor if I do that. But I just wanted to tell you to look forward to that video. So you'll see that. Oh, fantastic. Amal says she has Luffa. Luffa spelled like 4 or 5 different ways. And you can say Luffa, I guess, or Luffa. I say Luffa, but I think people say Luffa. She said I inspired her to grow loofah and her vines are just starting to flower. That's awesome. Luffa vines will grow. My experience with loofah is they will put out about 10 feet. They'll set flowers, fruit will starting to grow, and then the vine will shoot up another 10 feet. It kind of pauses while those first ones develop. That's been my experience both times I've grown loofah. Yeah, well, this is one example. If you recall, I harvested 13 loofah, and I have 13 of these. Now, some are a little bit more perfectly white, not white, but beige. And then some are, let's see, where there's a good, and then some are more splotchy. I could wash them again, but the thing is, so what? I'm not selling them, so they don't have to look perfect. They still do the job. Yvonne. Yvonne, remind us where you are. She just turned 78 and she's still gardening, and that is fantastic. And speaking of gardening when you're older, I think Daryl, were you, Cotillas, Luis, hi. Daryl, were you the one that was telling me about Ruth Stout? Because after all this time of gardening, I had never watched a video with this woman or really even heard about her. And I saw it in a recommended video. It's almost like Google was listening to our conversation or something, Daryl, because suddenly I see this Ruth Stout video. Many times I've seen many gardening videos on the site, and I've just never noticed a Ruth Stout one. And hey, Ed, in England. Oh, ooh, okay. I hope you get to feeling better much soon, very, very soon, Ed. Stay warm and dry. Yes, Cotillas has a question for everyone. Who is here since the beginning of my channel? And I think for sure Luis, because Luis and I started in the same group, same little Facebook group, gardening. Vegetable Gardening in California, I think is the name of it, isn't it, Luis? Who else has been with me since 2012? Would love to know. I bet Yvonne has. I know Yvonne has been with me for a while. Wait, you have? Cotillas, you have? No kidding. You've only written me recently, so I didn't realize that. That is fantastic. Let's give a shout out to Cotillas, Luis, and remind us where you are, because I don't remember. Oh, you may have, Dennis. Ruth Stout's No Work Garden book. I was watching her last night. She says, okay, I'm going to plant potatoes. And she's this old woman, and she's walking around with this basket of potatoes that she's saved all winter. And she's just throwing one on the ground, like walking along, just tossing one on the ground. And then she says, the potatoes are planted. I'm going, wow, I'm working too hard. I am working too hard. Of course, when you're content, I didn't see her I'm going to look at her more. Thank you, Cotillas. Where are you from? Oh my gosh. OAG is with us. And I was just talking about you, Charles. Oh, that's fantastic. Charles goes back. Now, we have to give a shout out to Gina and folks like Gina and Carolyn. I don't know where Carolyn is this morning, who have joined me in later years, but have gone back, like Gina, for example. She's been with me all year, but she has gone back and watched every single one of my videos more than once, at least twice, she says. Charles, I don't know if you heard what I said, but they were talking about deer repellent. And I was remembering, didn't you have bags of human hair hanging on the ends of rows the very first time I visited you? And does that really work well to repel the deer? Okay. Mexico, okay. Cotillas Luis has watched me from the very beginning and just didn't comment. And I'm just so glad to know this. Terry Allred, good morning. And, oh yes, me too from India. Fantastic. Have you been watching me from the beginning? Remind me your name. HITZ. 1001. Good morning, Eric from Double Dog Farm in San Juan Island, Washington. Lori Lumax is tuning in from Canada. I bet it's cold up there, cold and snowy. I am too, Ed. Edwin Thompson watches all of my videos. He found me this year, and he started a fan club in England where he's visiting. He's having kind of a residency. Well, you are having a residency. You bought a house there, and you're staying there for the time being. And he invites these ladies over to watch my videos and my live streams. Thank you, Happy. Marco Garabello. Good morning. No, it is not. I am still here. And is this, I want to say Fulvia. Did I say that right? I hope I got that right. Don't want them to die. To protect my plants from cold. What should Luis or Coutilas do to protect his or her plants from cold? Well, you can use row cover cloth. I mean, that's what most commercial growers use, and a lot of home gardeners do too. You can build yourself a polytunnel. It's called a polytunnel because it's made out of polyethylene plastic. But you make it with supports, usually hoops, like a hoop house. You can make hoops out of PVC pipe or I guess other things, and cover it with this polyethylene plastic, and that really knocks the cold down. Thank you, Terry. I'm feeling pretty good. Akbar says, I love ligma. I don't know what ligma is. Yeah, John says it depends on how cold. Well, you're in Mexico, so unless you're at a high elevation, I wouldn't think you were going to be getting, your plants would be getting too cold. Old Alabama Gardener says mothballs work better than human hair because human hair has a short effective period. Okay, that's what I thought, Coutilas. Can I just call you Luis? That's easier for me. Homestead and Hustle. Hello from Texas. Yes, Fulvia, but I can't put the picture. Have you ever tried to grow mushrooms? I have not. But a person you can talk to about growing mushrooms is, where are you, Eric? Double Dog Farm. Actually, I know that you put a lot of mushroom, what do you call it? Not spores, you call it spawn? No. You use a lot of that, but do you actually, Eric, grow mushrooms to eat? I don't think we've talked about that. Daryl's got a good point, Charles, about the chemical in mothballs. And I don't know, somebody could quickly research that. Ooh, -8 degrees where Lori is. Saskatchewan is frozen now until March. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would be so hard for me. Well, you just have to find ways to keep going. And obviously you do. You've lived there for a long time. Okay, good. Thank you. We have, Rebecca is saying that she got a text alert that there's a large coyote in her neighborhood. We have them here all the time. All the time. And anybody who lets their cats out, I think, are nuts. But people do. People let their cats roam around. Yeah, you must be answering somebody, Gina. Eric was sick and he left early. Don't worry about it. It won't bother you if you just ignore it. Are you talking about the coyote? I didn't think I was thinking of spores. Double Dog must have stepped away. I think it's spawn or something. He spreads the king stropharia. Oh gosh, I'm speaking out of turn. He'll have to tell you. Pets are meat. That's right. So keep your pets indoors if you've got coyotes. And your little children. Cutilis, I'm right in my office. I am living at home. I am not moving until I have a buyer because all my furniture is here. So it was a little premature to secure an apartment. I've kind of wasted 2 months of rent now. But hopefully in January, things will resolve. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Beth harvested a pineapple in her yard. I am so amazed. Isn't that interesting, Gina? If you guys are wondering why I'm kind of doing this, it's because remember this? I showed you this in another live stream, and I have it on a rubber pad, and I am standing at my desk. And what I found was when I bought this thing, I wasn't multitasking. I was trying to just use this to reset my proprioceptor nerves in my brain, which my chiropractor told me I could do after spraining my ankle, that I needed to do after spraining my ankle. So your proprioceptor nerves in your brain tell you where your feet are, and they get disconnected. Discombobulated is a favorite word of mine after you sprain your ankle. And he said if I spend a few minutes every day on the rocker board, that it would reset that and would help my balance and hopefully strengthen my ankle. But I found it almost impossible to just sort of turn on a timer for 10 minutes and do it. But by doing this in front of my standing desk, I can do this for hours, and it can really help. So let's see where we are. Spawn, I knew that was the right. But Eric, I was asking, did you actually grow mushrooms to eat, or did you just use it to put a lot of mycorrhizae? I always say that backwards. Am I saying that right? Yeah, mycorrhizae into your garden beds. Yeah, Beth is down in, is it Laguna Niguel? Beth, is that what you told me? Wow. Are you gonna put an orange and a grapefruit tree in your house, Jack? You've already got your lemon tree in your house. Hey, by the way, Jack brought his Meyer lemon tree in his house in Maryland to protect it from cold, and it bloomed, and he hand pollinated all the flowers. Jack, are you seeing any of those flowers from the Meyer lemon tree turn into lemons? Are you seeing that happen yet? Daryl, I just think it's just not tropical enough where you are for pineapple. I wouldn't think. And our resident scientist, Rebecca at Food Forest Next Door, is saying proprioception is your brain's ability to understand where your body is in the world around it. as well as where parts of your body are in relation to other parts. Foot is below knee and so forth. You explained that so much better than I did. Thank you. I would expect that of a scientist. And it makes me wonder about, my adopted son was diagnosed with, they've changed the name now because I guess they didn't like dysfunction as part of the name, but it was called sensory integration dysfunction at the time. And I have a feeling that has a lot to do with proprioception, which I didn't know anything about at the time. I just took him to occupational therapy all the time. And it was almost like if he was in bed, surrounded by sheets, he knew where his body was in the world, going with Rebecca's description here. Or if he was in a pool with water, or a bathtub with water touching all parts of his body, he knew where his body was in the world. And he was much calmer. It's when he was disconnected and all that he would be just like hyper, ADHD kind of, not kind of, but that's so interesting, when you think about it. And somebody was just talking to me, and even Dennis, who was on our live stream, has suffered from this with the inner ear with vertigo. And that just some little thing gets off in your ear and you don't know where you are in space, and you're dizzy and you're ready. Oh my gosh, I would just really, really, really hate that. But you just got to deal with whatever you're handed. Yes, I thought so, Beth. Well, if you've got the room, Jack, for 3 citrus trees inside your dining room, that's awesome. Oh, that's good. Oh, Rebecca's got an avocado tree inside. I wonder if I could do that in my apartment. Oh, I just, they carpeted. It's an old building, and they decided as each apartment turns over, they were going to carpet the entire apartment. So it's all one, about this color, kind of gray carpet. This is actually blue-ish. Doesn't look very blue here, but it's kind of a teal color. But my carpet is gray. It's like a medium gray. And the carpet is everywhere. And it makes me think that to try to bring plants or a tree inside is just going to create problems. When you water a plant, I guess I could do an Oya situation. If you have an Oya, then you're not, filling your pot up with a bunch of water, and then it drains down, and you never know if it's going to go over the saucer, if you've put too much, and all of that stuff. So I guess, well, Luis, you would know, because Luis is the one I first started talking about Oyas and getting Oyas. I'm talking about ceramic water vessels that are buried under the soil. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and they are spelled Ola, like Ola, Oya. You don't pronounce the L's. Anyway, if you just fill up the vessel, then you're never pouring a bunch of water. So I'm assuming they would be great for container plants. Luis, if you're still there, have you talked to anybody that uses Oyas in indoor plants? I know I also want to I was talking to, hey, Martha T. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, good morning, Kevin in Florida. Today's oil, my oil today is abundance. For those of you tuning in late, I am thinking about abundance as I try to sell my house. We are having an open house today, even though it's kind of rainy. I'm hoping it doesn't rain. And I also have a photo job today. So I've got a very busy day and I've got to edit tonight. I got to get another video made. So let's see. That's interesting. Food forest next door. Wow. That's all you do, Beth? It's that simple? You grow a pineapple from the top, like you can grow an onion from the top, or celery? That's amazing. I'm going to try one. And you actually got a pineapple? Wow. That's amazing. John, the t-shirts are they are offered in campaigns, and you probably ordered at the beginning of a campaign, and a campaign goes for a few weeks, and when it's finished, if I have enough, I have to have enough orders for them to actually go to print. Each campaign has had that many. But it can take, if you ordered at the beginning of a campaign, it could be close to 2 months before you get your t-shirt, because they don't print them as the orders come in. They print them at the end of the campaign if I have enough orders. So I'm sorry I didn't make that clear to you, but it should be coming to you soon. And I have the link. I shared it at the top. I would love it if you guys would, whoever hasn't gotten a t-shirt, to get one. This is like my absolute favorite. This is a medium. This is the unisex t-shirt. I love the cotton. It's very soft. This is a medium, so you can see it kind of loose. I weigh about 120 pounds, about 5'6", and so you can kind of see how this fits on me. And if you haven't ordered one, I would love it if you do. That would be great. It supports this channel. I just ordered my first sweatshirt, so I'm looking forward to getting that, but it'll be a little while. Okay, Jack's got to go. See you, Jack. Interesting, Daryl. Daryl plants the tops and then they die. Wow. So Kevin's in Florida, and that's, of course, a tropical environment. So he's got a lot of pineapple plants. Interesting. Let water stand. I'm going to click on that, Eric. I want to see that picture. Okay, but are you eating those? They look wonderful. You're growing those to eat then. Have I got that right? You guys, if you want to click on that link from Double Dog Farm, he is showing his King Stropharia mushrooms. What isn't available? The photo, Haffy? CJC, where are you writing from? And do you have a garden? Interesting. Interesting. I wanted to give a shout out for, I just want to get her name right. Hold on. I have a feeling she's not watching, but her name is Akshata. And she says, she wrote me and said, "Hi, I love your garden, heart. I just love gardening now. Thought to let you know, as you and your garden inspired me to start kitchen garden." I said, "Fantastic. Please let me know your name and tune into my live stream on Sunday, and I'll give you a shout out at 8 a.m. Oh yeah. And then she says hi, she would love to, but she lives in India and the time is not right for her. So hopefully she'll watch this later. And her name is Akshata. And I am so honored to be the one that has inspired her to grow her own garden. Okay. I usually wait a little while between green juice and something else, but I'm moving on to my cacao. Oh, it's going to be a long day. I'm photographing. I have a photo job today and I'm going to see if I can drink this while I'm balancing on the rocker board. I'm getting good at this. Well, I went right to it, guys, so I don't know why you can't see it. Oh, well, if you're not on, if you're not on, are you on Facebook, Kathy? Because I go right to that photo on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, I'm sure you can't see it, Eric. At any rate, let me show you what. Look, this guy grows mushrooms. Okay, I would love to eat some of those, but I didn't know if those were the edible kind, Eric. Okay. Well, I don't have to do this, but I'm going to show it to you. I don't know if that's sharp or not, but those are all his mushrooms laying out on the, looks like the wood chips. Well, congratulations, Eric. Please tell us how you, I don't know why. I go right to it. But anyway, Eric, can you just confirm that you are eating those? Yeah, if you're not on Facebook, you're not going to be able to see that picture. Well, he said it's King Stropharia. So do you call King Stropharia mushrooms wine caps? I don't know, but it looks like that. Not very sharp. I mean, the picture's sharp. It doesn't look sharp when I look at it up there. Anyway, me too. I would love to grow mushrooms. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yes, they're wine cap. And yes, you eat them. Okay. I had a beautiful, well, of course, I put it in the video, which you'll see this week, but I had a beautiful mushroom pop up. But it had a very flat head on it. So it was about, I would say it was about that big and flat and lighter color, kind of a beigey, not as dark as those. What are people growing that are not in tropical environments? Everybody in the tropics is growing pineapples. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Deadly Wound says, good luck with the open house. Yeah, well, it's really not up to me. They organize it and hopefully people will come. I have to put Lyndon in a carrier and put her in the garage for several hours today. She's not going to be happy about that. But I have to leave earlier, and the photo shoot and the open house overlap. So I don't know if can we grow pawpaws? Wait, you're in North Carolina. Yeah, you can grow pawpaws, Gina, in North Carolina. Kathy, so how long have you not been able to garden? Are you just talking about because it got cold and snowy? Oh my God. Wait, Eric, are you talking about the Kingstrough area? They are compared to Portobello? Wow. I have never eaten a pawpaw, so I can't say that I want to grow a pawpaw tree, because if I didn't like them, that would, yeah. So I really need to try one before I think about getting a tree. Of course, if I have a place in Tennessee, Daryl, are you growing pawpaw? I would think you would be growing pawpaw, Daryl. What do they taste like? Right, Happy. A good variety of pawpaw. Mango and custard, I could go for that. Yeah, I could go for that. Why, Daryl? Why? Especially if you think they're delicious. Son of a gun. Can you tell me your name again? I always ask you and I forget. I haven't tried one, so I probably would like one. If it tastes anything like mango and custard, yeah, I'm there. You might need, hey, frustrated gardener. No, you didn't miss it. I'm not going to be on for too long because I've got a photo job I've got to get to today. I'm photographing a party, pick up a little extra cash, and then I've got the live stream here. Then I've got the open house here this afternoon. I won't be here, but that will be happening here. Thank you for joining, Frustrated Gardener. Can you tell us your name so we know we can call you by your first name? Oh, Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. And remind me where you are. Oh, you're in Phoenix. Jeremy is in Phoenix, and I'm already talking to Jack about my next Phoenix trip. We're thinking about January, but it might be February, just because. Maddie in Iceland, hello, I'm glad you joined us. I am coming to you from inside my office at my home today because it's chilly and wet outside. And I hope you forgive me for not being in the garden, but it was just so much more comfortable indoors. They taste like tropical magic. Tropical magic sounds like something I want to eat right away. Let's see. Oh, would you have to wait many years? For those of you who are growing pawpaw, do you have to wait many years for fruit? Thank you, Lori. Daryl. Wow, you eat pawpaw with a spoon. How many years do you have to wait for fruit, though? 3? Oh, crap. What if you buy one from a nursery that's already 2 years old? I mean, you wouldn't have to wait more than a year, right? Hey, Denise. Hey, everybody. I hope you saw that live stream. First of all, let me just tell you about all the live streams I did over Thanksgiving. If you, I know a lot of you watched them, but I did live streams from Denise's log cabin in Cookeville, Tennessee. And she fed us, me and Daryl, and we sang songs. Green Steven is somebody that was watching. He's not on today. I haven't seen him yet. But he wanted me to sing a song. And so we sort of, I sort of started singing on the live streams we did one at Denise's, and then I did one the next day not the next day, the day after that, I did one at my niece's house. I got everybody to sing Jingle Bells, and then I sang Amazing Grace. And then yes. Well, anything super perishable, it's going to be very hard to find in a store. And Food Forest Next Door, Rebecca is saying that Pawpaws bruise like bananas. That's why they're not commercially available. Frustrated Gardener, if you put D, thank you, D. Thank you for offering that. So she thinks you need a male and a female. You know, nurseries may have figured out a way to do self-pollinating trees. I don't know. A lot of people said that about apple, and my apple tree is self-pollinating. So we could do some research on that. Lisa Lee is the one that sent me the lyrics, and everybody, I just wanted to say, what was her name? Lisa, what is her name? Oh, she did another song, and I was practicing it. I was going to sing it for you. And now I've forgotten her name, though. What is her name? Lisa, do you remember the songwriter's name? Guanyabana. 2 pawpaw trees are necessary. Well, Dee, how far is it? How far from Austin are you? You know, I'm going to be spending Christmas in Austin, so we should try to meet. I'm going to arrive in Austin early on the 20th, and I'm going to be there for 6 nights. So and I still have not, there are 2 people, I haven't seen Inside Kate's Kitchen in a while, and I'm wondering what is going on. She's one of my moderators, and I have not, has anybody heard from Inside Kate's Kitchen on YouTube lately? Guanyabana. No, it wasn't Patty Page. Well, I mean, she might have sung it. Oh, she might have done the one you did. You sent me. No, I'm talking about the songwriter. Let me look it up real quick. What? That is so weird. Now they're saying it's totally someone else. That is so strange. It says Kaye Jularbo. It's written, I didn't realize this. It's written in 3/4 time. I didn't realize that. Best known by recordings of Patty Page. True. I was looking, it's actually kind of a gospel country song. And I was trying to learn that the other day. And it was recorded by the same person that I was looking at. And I'm probably not going to be able to remember it in time. I'm looking at my history. It's just shocking when you look back at your history and you see how many links and how many searches you do over the course of even a day. It's incredible. Okay. All right. I guess I won't be singing today. Shoot. What was the song? What was that song? I had it down pretty good. Donna Fargo. Donna Fargo was a country singer, and she recorded Mockingbird Hill, and she also recorded, where is it? She recorded Funny Face. Oh, shoot. I did not see the one that I was looking at. Oh, well. Okay, back to business here. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lori. Holy cow. They must live close together. I should try to meet Daddy Curbs when I'm in Texas then, right? Dee, you're going to have to stay in touch with me. If you write to me at latebloomershow.com/contact, I've been doing some isometric exercises, and I took a deep breath and realized there's something a little sore back there. This is near Austin, along with Kaye. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that. Okay. I really need to check them out. Dee, if you write to me at my website, we'll exchange email addresses and we'll get something coordinated. I have to figure out if I need to have I wasn't planning to rent a car in Austin just to save money since my son, he may not be able to, he may be working and not be able to take me around to see all my fans. So we'll have to see. I have to work that out. It was Donna Fargo, yeah. But I was looking at another song and I really got it down, and I was gonna, yeah, I didn't practice Funny Face. I really should practice that one. Funny Face. Da da da. I don't remember it. Would he, Lori, you think? I should write him and see. Huh. Soursop. Yeah. Dennis, are you still there? Dennis Pablo? I know he's got a soursop. I'm just sure he does. I didn't realize guanobana was soursop. Yeah, Lori, it's a good idea. Let's see. I should make myself a note. Okay, so frustrated gardener. There was another one. Somebody else wrote me too and said that she wanted to meet up in Austin. That's Dee. And then Kate's Kitchen. And then the other one. And then Daddy Curbs. Oh, when I go down there. +1. Okay. That'd be cool if we could do a meetup. We'll have to figure out, where the best place is to do a meetup. If it's at his place or Kate's place or your place, Dee. Yeah, I'm trying to pronounce that. Guana. Banyo. I don't know, Bana. I don't know. It's weird. We'll see what we can organize. Just write to me, Dee. Okay. Does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about, or I just wanted to show this one more time for people that tuned in late. Remember my loofah sponges that I was growing by my front door? Watch for that video this week, and you'll see what happened with all of those sponges. Those not sponges, but we use them as sponges, loofah. Kaye, I need to publish. Gina says I need to publish a travel itinerary. Publish it where, Gina? It's a great idea. Where should I publish that? Yes, Happy, I have a great community. I need to publish my travel itinerary in a live stream. Is that what you're saying? Really? Ooh, I'll have to. But Texas is a huge state, Lori. I'm just going to be near Austin, and I won't be traveling all over the state. So, but I'll write that down. I would love to connect with a pepper lover, a pepper grower. Aha, so we can contact you for visits. Okay, where do I publish that? Not everybody goes to my website. How can I publish that? I can do it on my community page, but not everybody goes to my community page. So, by the way, check in if you see posts on my community page, be sure and check my community page for updates. I could do it on my website, but not everybody that on YouTube goes there. So, okay, I'll publish it on my website. What I'm doing is I don't have the calendar in front of me because I had to stash everything. I had to just get everything out of the way for the last showing, and I don't know where my calendar's wound up. But I am doing the planners, and Lisa, if you're still with me, Lisa has been helping me with the whole planner thing, and I'm very excited about the potential of that. And what we can do is on the next live stream, I will hold up the planner and I'll also publish this on my website. I'm going to be here until the 20th, and I will be very busy uploading content. I'll have a live stream next week, and I'll figure out my travel schedule. Right now I just have Texas in December, and I have Nashville in January. So Daryl, I will be back. I don't know if I'll make it to Cookeville. I'll try. I'll be there for a few days, and what I'm going to try to accomplish is, other than seeing my mother, is to set up my temporary apartment over there. I'm going to rent an apartment for a short-term lease, so that I have a base there and I can look at various options. Just this week, a financial planner said what I really need to do is find a property in Nashville, because Nashville's growing so fast. It'd be great investment. Have a great yard that has a great yard, and it's a duplex, so I could have a rental property. So that's an option. There's all kinds of options, but whatever I wind up with in Tennessee, that's probably where. Oh, good, the sun just came out. That's great. Maybe more people will come to the open house. But but most likely that's where I'll be gardening. I mean, I'll be gardening here, but I just don't know. It won't be my property. So, the grand scheme of building a greenhouse and all that, I still want to have a greenhouse. I really would like to envision that happening. And I want to travel, and I want to meet all these interesting people. And the ones that I can't meet, I want to try to connect on Zoom. So that's another thing I have to learn how to do very quickly so that I can start the new year doing interviews on Zoom. And so these live streams I love these live streams because we're so close. I'm close with all of you. And, oh, that's great, Rebecca. But I also want to bring you stories of things other people are doing. Somebody told me about this guy in Texas a long time ago, and I've never done anything in Texas. So I never traveled to Texas to do anything for my channel. But he's called the Dirt Doctor. And I thought, oh man, I would love to interview the Dirt Doctor. Wouldn't that be cool? Beth says, you said just choose. So just choose where I'll publish my schedule and tell us in a YouTube video. Okay, I will do that. I need to publish a blog post anyway. I haven't published a post on my blog on my website in a long time. I just get so busy doing videos and live streams that I sort of forget about my website. And I haven't forgotten about my website. I actually hired a guy to do all my updates. And so the site will always be functioning properly. And he's going to set up, I connected with him yesterday, and he's going to set up the pop-up. Right now, when you go to latebloomershow.com, there's a pop-up that says, hey, subscribe to this website. And if you do subscribe, then you can get the free download. Any beginning gardener would benefit from this free download of this 18-page download that I created 6-7 years ago. But all the stuff is still relevant. And it's just the basics for somebody really starting out, especially in an urban yard. So I was going to do, where is it? I had all these notes and I gathered everything up and stuck it out of sight. But I was thinking about doing a blog post on reflections of this year and handling change. And I know that a lot of people, that's challenging for a lot of people. And I thought maybe I might have some words of inspiration. I don't know, but that's what I was thinking of writing. What do you guys think about that? Let's see. Good morning, Reynolds. Am I saying that right? Is it Reynolds or Reynolds? Do you pronounce on the first syllable or the last syllable? Hello, I cannot pronounce your name. And is it Russian? Or I can't tell. Can you tell me your name in English? The person that just wrote hello. And Reynolds, let's see. Best regards from Poland. It's Polish, of course. Thank you for joining. Happy, thank you. Thank you, Happy. Happy's reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up. We got 51 people on. We only got 31 of these. Ways to support my channel. I know I'm sorry to sort of ring this bell all the time, but you can support this channel by buying a Late Bloomer t-shirt or sweatshirt. There's also a kids t-shirt. Anytime you wear this t-shirt out in public, very often somebody might say something to you. It happens to me a lot. And especially if they get to see the back, which, as you know, says, I don't know if I can turn around on this rocker board. I don't know if you can see that, but it says, it's never too late to learn to grow vegetables. And then it's got my name and Late Bloomer Show. Listening while training our new donkey. Oh my goodness. How do you train a donkey? I mean, I'm sure you must be able to, but I thought they were very stubborn. Kaye, do I mean Howard Garrett? He's great. Rebecca just said, love planners. I just ordered a year-long bullet journal from a man. I think that is the person that Lisa mentioned, Rebecca, the planner person she mentioned. So I'm going to have to really get going on that this week. So I have January, February, March, and April. I just need to tweak the, because I'm offering it in a colored version. Like there's a photo on the top left of each one that I shot of something in my garden in that particular month, some year. And January is camellia, and February is cauliflower, and March is nasturtium, and April is red cabbage. And so my helper, Celine, is on vacation with her mother. And when she gets back, we're going to get them all set up. And I talked to my website guy, and he's going to probably change that pop-up. When you first go to latebloomershow.com, there's a pop-up to subscribe to the channel. And we'll probably just change that to the planner download. And he knows how to do all that so that you can download it. And that will be a free download for now. And there will be space to write on each month, and we can fill these out together in the live stream. And I can tell you, where I'm going to be. And I would love to. I mean, look how amazing. I went down to Fallbrook. I went down to San Diego. It first started out, I was just going to meet Walker in San Diego and see my cousin, who I haven't seen in years. Which I'm a little embarrassed to say that because he only lives in San Diego and I haven't seen them in years. So I said, my son Walker had a wedding. One of his friends was getting married in San Diego. And I said, let's stay an extra night and see Steve, my cousin, and his wife, who live in Coronado. And so, I knew about this months before when Sousan came to do the lemon verbena, help me with the lemon verbena. Sousan was the first person to kind of volunteer and say, I want to help you. And she showed up here with all of this vegetables that she had grown in her very first garden down there, and helped me. And then I said, listen, I think I'm going to be in San Diego. And she said, well, when you come down, we'll be sure and go somewhere and do something. So that's how all of that came about. As I said on my live stream, I'm going to San Diego. Does anybody want to meet me at Sousan's? And Beth Thurston met me there. She gave me a book, and then we went. Sousan had set this up because she had been there before to that permaculture. She had taken that 2-hour tour of the permaculture garden. So that's how I found out about that. So they didn't want to really be on camera, the two of them. They were just looking around and letting me shoot because, it's such an amazing place. It's 1.5 acres, and it's such an amazing place, so full of wildlife, that I wanted to just concentrate the video on the owners and what they're doing and get an overview of that place. So I hope you'll watch that, and I hope you'll share it. It would be so easy for them to just sell out. I mean, that property there is worth a ton of money, but just think of the loss of that. They've set it up as a nonprofit now, or at least I guess the garden. I'm not exactly sure how they work it, but But they exist by donations and by people taking tours and all of that. And they're continuously educating themselves about wildlife and how plants communicate and live together, grow together without using chemicals and very low water, which is so important in especially in Southern California and Texas, I would think. So I hope you'll check that out. And that's how that happened. I got to meet Beth because I put out the word that I was going down there. And then now I'm putting out the word that I'm going to Texas. And hopefully I can make some great connections in Texas when I'm there. So let's see. Rebecca has said something about Howard Garrett. What was I talking about? I don't remember. And then we've got Poland in the house. Thank you for joining. Renels. Okay, Renels, thank you. Great idea about change. You seem to handle it. Jay Henry, I try. The first 7 months of this year were really difficult. And some people said they could see it on my face. And I didn't, I feel like I'm a pretty good actor, but I wasn't hiding it too well. But somewhere around August, I came to terms with letting this place go. And so, the very last day, I'm going to do something very special. Everybody better tune in. I don't know if I can do a live stream because of connectivity. It may have to be a video that I shoot and edit and you see it later. I'm not sure. But I'm going to say goodbye to this place in a very special way. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You'll have to tune in. And I don't know when that'll be. Hello, Gemma. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Gemma Bedford. Hello. And where are you writing from? Good morning, Teresa. Calling. What? You're calling from the hospital? What's going on? Oops, I'm in the hospital. Why? Why are you in the hospital? Trying to type without my glasses. Anyway, I'm waiting for my. Oh, you just went to the hospital? Oh, asthma. Oh, Teresa, I feel for you. My son Walker had asthma as a baby, and it was very strange because there was no asthma in his father's family or my family, and numerous people told me, and this is not to minimize in any way what you're going through. I'm just telling you my experience with asthma with my son, as we got him on a protocol of a nebulizer, and I think there were 4 drugs total, and he would start coughing in the night, and I would get up in the middle of the night and I would try the antihistamine and wait 20 minutes and the coughing wouldn't stop, and then I would try something else, and then I would mix the medicine together into the nebulizer, and then he would breathe that for a while, and then I think there was another drug, and it helped, but it was not the solution. And traveling with all these drugs and this nebulizer and everything, we could never, be without it, because, one time we went to a ranch, a guest ranch where you ride horses and stuff. And I guess it was either the horses or the grasses. I don't know what, but I mean, he had a major attack there. So you got to have this stuff with you. So I'm assuming that that's why you're sitting in the hospital waiting for care, Teresa. And in his case, he's a young person. So, when you're developing, it's different when you're older. So I can't say that this would be helpful in any way, but what really helped him was a raw dairy diet. And dairy, the commercial dairy is counterindicated for asthma. They say don't drink any milk or anything like that. But in his case, that's what turned everything around. People said, "Oh, he's never going to be an athlete." Yeah, no, I wasn't going to accept that, and I became really. I mean, he drank green juice when he first woke up every morning, and then I won't even tell you the whole protocol, but raw cheese, raw butter, raw honey, raw dairy, and by the time he was 10 years old, by the time he was probably 6 or 7 years old, he was completely off medicine, and it was a long haul. But guess what? He worked really hard, and he got recruited to Stanford to play on the men's tennis team. He was a top-rated junior tennis player in Southern California, and attracted the attention of the Stanford tennis coach. And when he was 16, 16, he had a really good year at 16. He got injured at 17. So I'm so glad he already had that. He had early admission to Stanford. He didn't apply anywhere else. And so that's what you call realizing your goals, because he went to Stanford tennis camp. And you know Walker from, he's my regenerative agriculture specialist now. We never even had a dog, but now he works with a company for the grazing of grass-fed beef, lifetime grazed beef. And he went to tennis camp, over a sleepaway 1 week tennis camp when he was 10 to Stanford. At the time, Dick Gould, which was this legendary winning tennis coach, was still the men's coach at Stanford. And he came home when he was 10 and he said, "I'm going to go to Stanford." And he made that happen. So that's that story. Teresa, I hope by the time I finished that story, you're feeling better already. And I hope you get the help you need. And please send me a message later on Messenger or something and let me know how you're doing. But I know what that's like when you can't breathe and you're sitting and trying to get some help in a hospital. Okay. Thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, you have to put it all together because my mind just gets so. It could be his name. I would have to ask. Thank you, Gina. Gina just hit that super chat donation, which that's what that $sign is underneath your chat window. I agree, Beth. The Finch Frolic Garden is irreplaceable, really is irreplaceable. And I hope that, I hope my video gets seen more so that people can appreciate the place and they go and it is preserved. I mean, like, for example, she was saying that they need a new roof on their house and she's going to school and the other one, and they're running this whole thing. And I mean, they really need support. So I hope a lot of people get to see that video. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. My planner will be my garden planner. I am going to, that will be coming out. Let's see. She gets back on the 14th, and I'm hoping that I can have the downloads ready for the first 4 months of the 2020. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the 16th of this month. Could be the 17th, but definitely before I leave, there's going to be a download for those first 4 months. And there's going to be one that's color already, like the picture that I took. It's not going to be as beautiful as a photograph because I don't know what kind of printers people have. Everybody's going to print their own from my download. So it will be the quality of your printer, basically. But one will be colored. We'll have January has a camellia, and then there will also be one that's an outline, because people love to doodle. And when you're talking to your friends and or when we're talking on the live stream and we're figuring out, I'm going to be so-and-so, what are you doing? What are you planting? You can be doodling and coloring with coloring pencils or markers, and you could color in your camellia your own color. Or you could color in your cabbage your own color, or your children or your grandchildren could color it in. It's just another way to interact. Oh, Teresa planted kale, spring onions, and carrots, broccoli. Well, I hope you don't have to stay overnight or anything. I'm hoping that you just have to go in for a breathing treatment. You can go home and stabilize, Teresa. Hi, Anna. Thank you for tuning in. We're kind of at the end of the live stream. I hope you'll go back and watch the replay. That's so true, Anna, and I'm not sure what you're referring to. Can someone send me a link to how to put my photo on my page here? You can't put a photo on this page, John. You have to go into your Google profile, your Google account, in your settings, and you will see a way to add a photo. And you'll need to have something in your computer. I don't know if you're working on mobile. I don't know how it works on mobile, but if you have a computer, it's much easier. You just go into your account, your Google account. You'll see it right up. You'll see it right up there. That little silhouette will be at the top of that chat window. It should be. Right now, you could go on, or when we get off, you could click on that, and that will go to your account. There's probably another one up in the browser window. I see two of my faces here. No, that's my channel. My Google account is the one above in the browser window. And just click on that. It'll go to your account, into your settings, and it will, edit your settings or whatever you call it. Edit your profile, I'm sorry. And click on that. And then it'll give you an opportunity to add a photo, and you can either upload one or you can use one that's already. You'll have to unload it. You'll have to upload one that's from your library, from your photo library. So hopefully by the time you tune in next week, you'll figure that out. Renel's, okay. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, downsizing is good, and I'm ready to do that. Okay, Daryl, take care. I'll see you next week. So Steve, hello everyone. Is So Steve? Who is So Steve? Because I don't remember. Mr. Tom, you did almost miss me. I was just getting ready to sign off. People are already leaving. And I got a very busy day. I hope you get a chance to go back and watch. We had a great conversation with all the regulars and a few new people. And I just want to wish everybody a great week. Please watch my videos. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Where did you see that? Fulvia in Torino, Italy said she watched an episode of it. It's not Forensic Files. It was it's been so long I forgot the name of the show. I'm sorry, I just forgot. Oh, you saw it on YouTube. Really? That's amazing. I love you too, Mr. Tom. I am just gonna, just because now you've got me curious, I am gonna go to my new website, which I would love you guys to go and check out. And I'm gonna look at my resume to try to remember what I did. Yes, Unsolved Mysteries. That's what you're talking about. Yeah. I did a guest role on Unsolved Mysteries way back, way back. And I played the mother of a missing Vietnam POW. And it was called The Last POW, which is prisoner of war, obviously. And it was very well done. And I got to ride in a helicopter for the first time in one of the shots. And I looked fabulous, I gotta say. Same time next week, Maddie. Thank you so much. Bye, Dee. Thank you very much. Everybody have a wonderful day. Order a t-shirt if you're able, and support this channel and check out my videos from this past week, and share my journey, follow my journey with your friends, and hopefully it will inspire other people who are going through huge life transitions. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my website at latebloomershow.com, and I will be publishing a new blog post this week. And that's where you will find my planners coming up. So if you go ahead and subscribe to latebloomershow.com, when the planners are available, you'll find out about it. You'll get a notification. You'll get an email. Bye, Beth. Oh, Christmas color bowls. How lovely. Thank you, Gina. Oh, Mr. Tom, thank you very much. You know, that's the thing though. It's like, even if there was no debt on this house and I had it, I would have to rent part of it out, or I would have to have workshops here. I would have to turn it into an income producing property in order to live here. So, you know, between property taxes, utilities, you know, homeowners, earthquake insurance, this thing and that thing. But thank you for saying that. Have a great week, Lisa. I love you. Bye, Yvonne. Thank you so, Steve. You didn't really get a chance to contribute very much, but tune in next week at 8 a.m. if you can, Pacific Standard Time, and you'll have better of an opportunity to get to know people. So have a great week, everybody. I love you. Thanks for tuning in.